Look at this car park. Absolutely jam-packed full of cars at a place I'm coming to eat, and it's not even midday yet. Where can I possibly be? It's a place I've been before, and I wasn't terribly impressed when I came here first time. That's right, it's Jeremy Clarkson's pub, the Farmer's Dog. Now, I came here a couple of weeks after it opened and found it to be very, very disorganised. They had very, very limited food available, and it just felt like a bit of a cash grab to me. Wasn't happy. If you've seen that video, you'll know. Anyway, I've been looking at the reviews online, and they're a lot better now. A lot of people are saying they're really satisfied with the food, the full menu's on all the time. You can actually book tables now, which I've done. So we're going to go and give it another try. I've got Mrs. Greeno with me today, brought her out for a little treat. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how, or if things have improved here. So let's get on inside and find out, shall we? Definitely less of a queue than when I was here the first time. It looks like you can almost walk straight in. Come in and been seated, and it's a really nice old building here, and you can see all the old stone here on the wall. It just feels rustic, but smart at the same time. You know, they've obviously spent a lot of money doing this place up. But nice table here. Originally there were going to be 3 of us here today, but it's only 2. They've still kept us on a large enough table that would seat 3 easily. The menu. It's a tight menu, it really is. We have got 5 starters on there, what's that, 6 or 7 mains, and just a couple of puddings on there. Obviously that's important in a venue like this, where you've got a lot of people coming all the time. You want simple things that are easy to crank out of the kitchen. You don't want to overcomplicate things, otherwise you'll just get behind. So that's a smart move, that really is. And I like the way that the menu kind of seems to evolve with the seasons. Now, I did see a wintry menu previously, and they have still got some of those things on there. There's a steak pie with mash, for example, which sounds really good to me. But they have got a couple more sort of spring and summery options on here. Like a Caesar salad on there, for example. There's an asparagus and garden pea pearl barley risotto with a poached egg. Nice and light. Asparagus, very good this time of year, of course. Same on the starters too. There's a heritage tomato salad on focaccia. Fresh tomatoes. You cannot go wrong, can you? So we'll probably go for that. And there is also a local soft brie, which comes with celeriac, mustard remoulade, and some crackers and stuff as a starter. Sounds great. Anyway, we're going to decide what we get, and I'll order. One thing I've already got, a pint of his famous Hawkstone lager. Very refreshing on a day like this. It's blooming 30 degrees outside. It's like being in Spain. You know what, I'm actually pleased they've sat us inside, because it's cooler in here than it is outside. Yep, I am ready to order, thank you very much. We would like to start with the brie, please, and the tomato salad, if we may. And to follow that, 1 gammon steak, please, and the steak pie. I hear good things about this pie.
Any allergies I need to be aware of?
No allergies at all. No, we're good.
So 1 brie, 1 tomato salad, and then the gammon and steak pie.
Perfect, that's great. Thank you very much. Do you mind if I just hang on to that for a little bit? Yeah, thank you very much. Great. So there we are. The order is in. The brie, the tomato salad, gammon steak. Now what does that come with? Crushed new potatoes, roasted vegetables, seasonal greens, and a cider cream sauce. That sounds yummy, doesn't it? And the pie, where are we? With mash, roasted vegetables, seasonal greens, and Hawkstone gravy. That's a bit more of a wintry dish. It is 30 degrees outside, but I just want a pie. Sometimes you've just got to have a pie, haven't you? One thing I think is worth noting, obviously this is Jeremy's own beer, isn't it? The Hawkstone beer. He bought a local brewery, brews his own stuff. Now here, this is £7 a pint, I think. Yeah, £7 a pint. Now, that'll give palpitations to a lot of you. But the thing to bear in mind with this, if he's making this beer himself, he's not paying a brewery any middlemen or whatever. So, aside from the production costs, that is all profit for him. Not bad if you can get it. It is tasty though. starters have arrived. And I've got to say, they look very, very attractive indeed. We have the tomato dish here. Tomatoes, that's a British mascarpone. We've got some dressing there. And on a focaccia, I mean, it's all British ingredients, but it doesn't look like a British dish, does it? Very kind of Italian vibe to that. And then over here, we have the brie. Nice golden breadcrumb on the outside of that. And that's from the Bath Cheese Company, which is not far away from here at all. We have little bits of bread there and a remoulade underneath there. Tomato chutney on the side. So I've got to say, both of these look very, very attractive. Now, price-wise, the brie, that is £11 for a starter, which is a lot of money, I think, so it better be good. And the tomato dish, £10.50. Again, I mean, it's tomatoes and a bit of bread, so it's on the punchy side. It's on the punchy side, but we're going to try. Let's start with the tomatoes. Nice crack of, I'm guessing that's pepper over the top, which is interesting because there's no pepper on the table. I'm intrigued by that because I think pepper is one of those ingredients they say they don't really have here because it's not a British ingredient. But it is cracked black pepper. Very interesting. Okay, let's get into this. Stop mucking about, Greeno. We'll get some tomato, a little bit of bread. We'll grab some of the greenery, dip into that sauce there. Come here, you. Don't try and get away. I know you don't see me eat a lot of salad and stuff on this channel, but what's going on here with this? No, it isn't. It's escaped again. Come here. It really does not want me to eat it, does it? There we go. Mmm. That dressing is delicious. Sweet, but with a little touch of vinegar to it. And tomatoes are beautiful and fresh too. A focaccia, a little drier than I would normally expect focaccia to be. Maybe it's been lightly toasted. But overall, a very summery, fresh tasting dish. I really like that. Right, let's put that to one side for a moment. And we'll bring in this brie. In fact, I'll even swap cutlery. Do it properly, shall we? So you can see here, come in a little bit closer and look at this brie as I cut it open. We'll see what it's like inside. Feels very soft. Look at that, nice and oozy and gooey. That does look delicious, doesn't it? Really inviting. So let's grab a little bit of that. Put it onto one of these crackery type things. We'll get a little bit of the tomato chutney on there as well. In fact, I'm just going to go with my fingers for that. Here we go. Mmm. The cracker is certainly crispy. There is no doubt about that. That cheese is delicious. It's a little stronger than you might expect some bries to be. Now, I've actually had this brie before at the Bath Cheese Company. I went there, got a birthday experience kind of thing there one year. And I know it's a good cheese. Let's try this remoulade stuff as well, see how that matches with everything. It's basically like a kind of coleslaw, isn't it, but with celeriac in there. That's really yummy. And we got some watercress here too. Watercress, I think, is one of the best sort of British salad leaves you can get. Again, a little bit peppery. I've got to say, they are both really, really good dishes. The only issue I have slightly is the price of them. Now, I know you're paying a little bit more, getting the, the freshest British ingredients, but yeah, what's that? Best part of 22 quid for 2 starters? Touch punchy. Okay folks, our main courses have arrived, and I tell you what, the service here is very, very efficient. So we're now around about 40 minutes after we were seated here. Obviously we took a little bit of time choosing and whatever. We've already had our starters and our mains are on the table. They're clearly turning tables pretty quickly, and you can see why, can't you? Very, very busy place. So, 2 dishes here. Mind me, careful Greeno, don't break the crockery. So we've got a gammon here. We have some crushed potatoes with it and some greens and that cider cream sauce all over the top. It doesn't look bad. It's not the biggest piece of gammon you're ever going to see, but I guess it'll do. And here, let me spin this round. You're not interested in seeing the veggies so much, are you? It's that pie and that mash. Now, the one thing I will say, if you're coming in for a close-up, there will be northerners out there saying, where's the rest of the gravy? Could possibly do it a little bit more, although we'll see how moist the inside of the pie is, won't we? I think we're going to start with the gammon, though. We'll move this out of the way for now and bring the gammon into play. So a nice amount of sauce there. I say it's a cider cream sauce rather than parsley sauce or something like that. So what have we got here? A piece of gammon here on the top. Oh, actually, when I said it didn't look that big, it actually is, because it was stacked up on top of each other. It's like one large piece and they'd folded it on top. So it's actually a fairly decent sized portion. Underneath there is this crushed potato. Let's give that a try first. It's a little bit odd. It has kind of like a skin to it. I wonder if they're pre-prepared and just microwave perhaps. Got a good flavour to it though. Little potatoes with the skin on. A nice little amount of herb going through it too. And a good texture. Still a bit of bite to it. It's not mashed, just crushed down. I like that. Well, it's got a good flavour. Okay, let's pick some of this gammon. I'll get a bit with this sauce on, if I can. Of course, you haven't got a steak knife here or anything, so that's not an issue as such, but it would be a nice touch if they were to bring one out. Here we go. Take a look at the cookery on that gammon there. You can see a little bit of sort of char marking on it. It smells good. Get a little bit more of this sauce. Nice and meaty. Not too salty. Does have a good flavour though. And we'll try some of the veggies here. I mean, the veggies are going to be the same on the other plate, aren't they? So we only need to do it once. Some cabbage, some carrot. Again, nicely cooked. Not overdone. A little al dente, particularly on that cabbage. I think it's a good dish. Now, price-wise, again, where are we? £22 for this. Does sound a little on the pricey side, but you can't knock the quality of it. That's really rather good. Off that one goes. Time for the pie. We've already talked about the veg. I like the roasted carrots though. Better than just boiling them, isn't it? Again, the mash here in a little quenelle. Let's try that. I've had some really good mash on the channel. James Martin's mash was great. The mash I had at the French table was pretty much up there with that. A little dry. You could do with some more butter in there or some cream or something just to lift it. And for me, a touch of seasoning. I know that's a personal thing. Some people will say better to have it under-seasoned and season it yourself than have it over-seasoned. I get that. Right, the pièce de résistance though. This pie looks good. Nice short crust pastry on there. We're going to cut it open. You have to come and have a little look, see what it looks like inside. Is it going to be nice and juicy and moist and full of meat? Oh, yes, it is. Look at that. That has got a lot of meat in there, doesn't it? And gravy, and great big chunks of meat too. Oh, yeah, let's get one of them out now and give it a try. Look at that. That is a good piece of meat to get inside a pie, isn't it? That's really good. So soft and tender. The gravy on there has got a great intensity. Really deep, rich flavour. Let's try it with a bit of the actual pastry as well. Oh, it is great so far. Thank you very much. Yeah, delicious. So again, nice little check back there. We like that. Oh, concentrate, Greeno. Don't let this pie get away from you. It's good. It's a nice short crust pastry, like I said. Good bake to it. Nice and crispy around the edges. That filling is a star of the show, though. It really is. Exceptionally good. I gotta say, overall, I'm finding this place a lot better and a lot more organised than on my first visit here. I know they'd only just opened, but it wasn't a great experience. Here, they're getting through people. They've got different queues for people who are booked in, people who are not booked in. It's just a lot more organised, and it's a busy day here on site. I'll show you some footage from outside afterwards. Do you know what? I told you, it's 30 degrees outside. It's not really pie and mash weather. Don't care. It's delicious. Those mains were pretty filling, to be honest with you. They really were. That pie was great. Can't fault that pie at all. Waitress came over to clear the plates, again, very efficiently, just a couple of minutes after we'd finished. Asked if we wanted desserts. Oh yeah, exactly. He wants a dessert. Anyway, we weren't going to bother, but then we spotted on there a poached rhubarb crumble cake. We can share one of them, can't we? That'd be all right. I mean, you've got to look after the figure a little bit. Just one between two of us. The dessert is here, and I tell you what, I'm glad we only got one of these. Because it's a fair-sized dessert, isn't it? Look at the size of that cake. This is rhubarb crumble cake, so I think we've got some kind of rhubarby element down the bottom, crumble on the top, and then if I spin around here, you can see there's a clotted cream ice cream here, and some stewed rhubarb or a rhubarb compote, that kind of thing. And a little decoration. Don't think we need that, do we? Right, let's get tucked into this. We're not going to muck about. Try the cake by itself first. Nice soft sponge there as I put the spoon through it. And it's warm. That's rather nice. You could have a more pronounced flavour from that crumble. Might benefit from some oats in there or something like that. And the rhubarb is very much a background flavour in the cake itself because there's only a very thin layer by that pastry base. And it's well made and it's tasty. Let's see if I can just get a little bit of this rhubarb here. Come here, you. To go with it. Rhubarb's a bit stringy, isn't it? So it's hard to pick up. There we go. That's more like it. And that makes a huge difference. You're getting that sweetness, that sharpness, that tang from that rhubarb a lot more there. It's very well made. It's very nice. As is that ice cream as well. Very smooth, very, very creamy. It's a clotted cream ice cream after all. You know what I said about sharing it? Just stay there, Mrs. Greeno. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. Again, I'm getting another look from behind the camera. There we go. Bye-bye, pudding. Bye-bye. There we go. Just to prove I am actually sharing. What do we think, Mrs. G? A woman of very few words today, apparently. Okay, folks, we finished up. Come outside. I've shown you a few little shots from around the site. You can see how busy this place is today. It is crazy here. Now, what I will say, it's a lot better organised than when I first came. That was chaos. They seem to have worked out the systems a lot better over time, and nobody seems dissatisfied. There are some little queues and stuff to get into the bar outside here, but everyone seems in fairly good spirits with it all, in spite of the heat. Now, let's talk about going inside into the pub. again, still beautifully decorated, and it's a great building, really nice. And if you sat in the right place, you get lovely views out over this countryside. It's a stunning venue, and a really, really nice pub that's been done up well. Can't fault that at all. Inside the pub, again, a lot less chaotic than it was this time, what, 9-10 months ago when I was here. Plenty of staff in there, keeping things moving smoothly. We were sat at our table for just under an hour and a half for the 3 courses that we had. Now, again, they wanted to turn tables, I get that, but it didn't feel rushed in any way. It was just efficient service, no long waiting time sitting around for things to happen. They were just on the ball. Fair play to them for that. Let's talk about the food. I think a touch on the pricey side. Okay, you know that going into it, don't you? But, yeah, I do just feel a little overpriced for what it was. I understand buying all the British ingredients, not importing anything, is an expensive game. But I do still think a couple of those things could have been a little cheaper. And whilst it was all good, it wasn't all perfect either. Both the potato things, I think, are probably pre-made and just held inside like a little hot oven or something, because the mash and the crushed potatoes have kind of almost like a little skin to them, where you can tell they're almost drying out a little bit from where they're being held. But if we talk about the other things, that brie was delicious. Absolutely delicious. The gammon was pretty good. Not the best gammon I've ever had, but pretty good. And the sauce was nice too. The pie. Do you know what? I'm struggling to think of a better pie that I've had than that though. That was exceptional. That really was. The crust on that pastry was just great. The filling, there was plenty of it. Big chunks of beef. Loads of gravy in there. I was a bit worried there wasn't enough gravy on the plate. There was. Once you opened that pie up, you didn't need any more gravy. And the veg cookery was nice too. What? I forgot the tomato salad. That was a little treat as well. Really fresh and light for a day like today. All right, there's a little bit of cloud cover now, but it's still boiling hot. And we had the rhubarb cake as well as a dessert, which me and Mrs. Greeno shared. Again, a nice kind of light, summery take on a wintry dish, rhubarb crumble. Really enjoyable. The lager, and Mrs. Greeno had a fruit cider. £7 for the lager, £6.75 for the Hawkstone Hedgerow. Again, Jeremy, I think you could probably make them a touch cheaper. You're making these yourself. You're not paying a brewery as a middleman or anything. It's coming directly from your factory into this building. You're probably making a bit of money on that. So a subtotal with the drinks of £91.75. Service charge 12.5%. Doesn't say it's optional anywhere. It just says service charge, and it says a 12.5% service charge is added for parties of 1 or more. How do you get a party of less than 1 then? I'm going to try it. I'd like to book a table for no people, please. So that takes my total to £103.22. Now, like I say, I think that's just a little strong. A little strong. If it had been about a tenner cheaper, I think that would have been about right. Oh. Hopefully that's not my review they think is rubbish. They're going to chuck in the bin. Obviously, the whole promoting British food thing that Jeremy is doing is a good thing, and we can't knock that at all. We've definitely got to support British farming, British producers. Do I think possibly here it's a step too far, and it's at the expense of the customer experience a little bit? Maybe. Lots of people fancy a coffee after their meal, don't they? Or ketchup on their meal, and you can't get either them here. You can make ketchup, mind, out of British ingredients, so maybe that's an idea for you, Jeremy. Get someone in that kitchen making some ketchup, bottle it, sell it in your expensive farm shop. You'll make a couple of quid then. Yeah. I think it's an enjoyable experience coming here. Definitely much more enjoyable than when I was here last time. Is it more enjoyable, though, than going to one of your local pubs, a bit like this? We've driven, what, 2.5 hours to get here today. Regular viewers of the channel will remember a video I did just before Christmas where I went to a pub in Dorset called the Brace of Pheasants with my buddy Tim. Just as good. Didn't have to queue up anywhere. Parking was easy. And it wasn't as expensive as this either. You've all got pubs similar to this, close to where you live, and they're the ones you need to support. Driving past a bunch of them to come here, whilst it's good, what, are you supporting British producers, or are you making a millionaire richer? There's an argument, isn't there? I know all you people down in the comments now will be saying I'm slating St. Jeremy and whatever. I still think what he's doing is a good thing. I do. I really do. But I also think you should get and support your local guys. So I've got to come up with a score. Like I said, it's a lot better than my previous experience here, but still not perfect. A touch overpriced and a couple of the items not quite perfect. But I'm going to say it's a good 4.1 maybe? 4.1 we'll give it out of 5. I've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it. My wallet didn't enjoy it quite so much because it's over 100 quid for lunch. But I guess you kind of get what you pay for, don't you? Well, if you've enjoyed this video, you can go back and have a look at the old video. I'll tag it somewhere on the top here so that you can compare and contrast. And don't forget, take a little look around the vault, see what else you like, all that sort of good stuff. Click the subscribe button, ding your bell for notifications. You guys all know the drill by now, don't you? Right, where to next? We driving home, Mrs. Greeno? She's nodding behind the camera yet. Just going home. I'll see you next time.